All right, let's go ahead and get started. Percy, go ahead and open it up.
Awesome. Hey, ladies, I will keep this quick because I know you guys are on your off day, technically, kind of. Hey, I'm just curious about just your thoughts on the defense that you guys are playing this year. You're a big part of the new change of just kind of from last year to this year. Just your thoughts on just how you guys played last year and compare and contrast that to how you're playing this year.
Honestly, we've always been a good defensive team in the league, and I think this year is just different because it's obviously new additions to the team. So we kind of needed a few games to all get on the same page, but I think we're coming together very well.
Is it I mean, so in these past few games, you're limiting teams to, I believe, like 8, I don't have it in front, like 8 of the past 9 games, you're limiting to teams under 75 points. In that regard, is it similar to like it was last year as to when you guys would totally like lock down folks and trap everywhere, or is it a little different because obviously you're doing some with the like zone as well?
I mean, we've just been switching it up a little bit this year. Obviously, we've thrown some zone in there, but still, obviously, the past 10 or so games, we've been really good holding teams, on the offensive boards. We've been doing a good job boxing out also. And I think as a team, just rebounding all together and keeping teams out of the paint has been huge for us.
Mm. And then just for like you, to like be elevated into the starting lineup, again, similar to 2019, but different in the sense that you're playing with Sue and Stewie now. How has that been for you?
It's awesome. 2 of the best players in the league, obviously. A lot of talent, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge of the game. It's awesome to play alongside them.
And just this, in terms of the like road trips in general, how are you sort of liking the new format? I don't know if I've asked you that, but I've been asking some like players that so like you guys 5-game road trip here, but you've only been to 3 cities, whereas in the past you've 5 different cities, 5 different flights. How are you liking the new format?
Well, I mean, it's tough. We're on, I think today's like day 8 on the road, 3rd different city. So, I mean, it's difficult. You're in hotels, you're eating out because obviously you're in the hotel. So, I mean, it's different, but I'm ready to get back to Seattle. Okay.
Do you prefer this format where you play a team back to back, or would you like it to be the old format?
I kind of like this format just because you're getting obviously this city out of the way. You don't have to come back again to play the same team. And I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, staying in some cities for a few days can get kind of boring,
I heard that. Thank you, Sadie. Oh, wow. It's sunny there. Look at that.
Yeah, and it is hot too.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thanks, ladies. There you go. Hey, Kiana. All right, we'll give Kiana just a sec there. Looks like she's getting back to her room, and open it up for questions here in just a second.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, you're set. Why don't we open it up? Hey, I see Pepper Persley there joining us. Pepper, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Great to see you. We're excited to have you on. Kiana is here. She is ready to go. Do you want to open it up for with Kiana?
Absolutely. So, hi, Kiana. It's great to see you. So, you graduated from Stanford and scored your first career WNBA point all in one day. Can you talk about that experience and what that means to you?
It was a great day. How are you doing, Pepper? Yeah, it was a great day. You know, I had a lot of emotions. Obviously, I was a little sad that I couldn't, go to in-person graduation, but there's no place I would have rather have been than with my team with Seattle Storm. So yeah, it's crazy how everything works out, falls into place. I felt like I was officially closing one door and opening the new one, all on the same day. But it was a great feeling.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Pepper. And Percy, did you have a question for Kiana?
I did. Hey, I was just curious as to how are you approaching this season? And I asked that after I talked to your coach, and she said, she's sort of remarked about your focus this year, and that she quizzes you about the opposing team, making sure that you're sort of up to speed on things. And so I'm just curious, from your perspective, just how are you treating this season?
Oh, I'm as equally locked in as as Sue and Jordan are. Just trying to stay prepared, stay ready, and that she does quiz me every game. What is this team good at? What are they not good at? Who are their starters, stuff like that. So just trying to make sure that I'm staying locked in. I'm not approaching it any differently than what I have in the past. Just staying ready, working hard. Working extra hard in practice before and after practice, so that way when my opportunity does arrive, I'm prepared.
Is it anything like a redshirt season in college, though? Can do you take the do you do anything extra? That maybe that you're not going to log these sort of big minutes in games, and so do you do anything more before games, after games, during practice that way?
Absolutely. I'm conditioning before and after practice. Sometimes on game days. I don't really view it as a red shirt year. I mean, I guess I've never really experienced that, so I don't know what that would be like. But I am working extra before and after practice, just trying to stay ready, stay up to speed, stay in shape, working really hard with our strength and conditioning coach, Emily. But I wouldn't say I'm viewing this as a red shirt year. I mean, I'm professional, so I'm treating it, just trying to stay ready.
And then you had touched on it earlier. Your first sort of points there. Was it getting to a point where you were maybe questioning and maybe pressing some all right, I would like to get those first, because it seemed like every time you shot before then, the entire bench would just rise to their feet and just kind of wait for that moment.
I mean, I don't really worry about stuff like that. I feel like I'm in a unique situation. I'm playing behind two all-star caliber point guards, so I'm not being down on myself or anything. I know I'm the only rookie on this team for a reason, and my confidence hasn't wavered or anything like that. I know when my opportunity comes, I'll be prepared, but I'm playing behind Sue Bird and Jordan Canada. They're really good at basketball. And I'm just learning so much from them on a daily basis. So I'm just thankful to be in this position for sure.
There you go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No
All right,
problem.
thanks, Kiana. We'll let you go, and we'll bring in Coach Quinn here in just a second. Coach, if you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Why don't you open us up just with a quick statement on the practice today and maybe any leftover thoughts from yesterday, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay, yeah, just another day to fine tune and get ready for another challenge that lies ahead. Fifth game, and I don't know how many days, but just continuing to get better on both sides of the floor and making sure we're sharp and ready to go tomorrow with a understanding that, our matchups again with both Mitchells on the wing and McCowan in the middle, just honing in on those things and obviously focusing on what has been successful for us. So yeah, another good day, another good preparation, and just hopefully we're ready, have a legs for tomorrow's game.
All right, sounds great. Let's go ahead and open it up. Any questions? Pepper, why don't you kick us off again, Pepper?
Hey, Coach. Great to hear you. So we just spoke with Kiana, and I was just wondering what you've seen from her so far this season.
Hey, Pepper. Yeah, Kiana is, at such a young part of her career is the consummate professional, coming in every day, getting her work in before and after practice, making sure she's locked in during practice, whatever it is. I think, one thing that had always impressed me about Kiana is just her mind for the game already, what she sees and how she plays the game. She's a very cerebral player. So excellent energy every day, very good spirit, very good vibe about her, very good teammate, and just really, she's really taking time in her preparation to stay ready.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, and any other question? Percy, did you have a question for Coach Quinn?
I did. Yeah, just I'm sorry, I didn't do the.
Oh, you're
Great.
good. There's two on, so we figured somebody.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't say like who's all on or not. I'm just curious about, and you sort of talk about this, sort of recent trend with your defense, and it's just improving and improving. Can it get better? And I would imagine that you think that it could, and if so, how?
Yeah, always striving to be better, right? I think, I think the two glaring things about our defense were, the paint points and the rebounding. Obviously, we talked about we have to get to a point where we become that team that can be a little bit more disruptive. But right now, we're playing very solid defense. In the last couple of games, we've out-rebounded our opponent. Obviously, when we play at a high disruptive level, sometimes you're vulnerable in situations, whether it's giving up offensive rebounds or just kind of straight line drives to the rim. And so I think just continuing to focus on our matchups, mano-a-mano, sometimes our one-on-one matchups. But I think the biggest thing that is showing improvement with this team is just our overall team defense and the ability to switch up our schemes on the fly, the ability to show some zone, use our length, and now the ability to finish off plays and rebound. And so if we continue to do those things, keep teams off the free throw line as well, defend without fouling, and keep people in front and make it tough, make them take tough contested twos off the dribble, then you'll see our defense continue to grow. But again, right now, without so much time to prepare for this group, I think we're getting better within games and seeing how we can really be effective on the defensive end.
Hey, how does Sadie's inside make you guys different? I mean, other than that 2019 season when she played there, I'm trying to think, like, go back as to when you guys had such a big presence inside like that.
Yeah, it's huge. Sometimes you look at maybe the things don't stand out about Sadie's on a stat sheet, but if you watch the way she plays and what she does, she's a very smart player. So taking away other big player strengths, using her mobility to get in front, making it tough in the inside, and being a strong presence, just being able to wall up and use her frame to deter shots. Obviously, what she's been doing in our defensive schemes, like sometimes she's the one out there trapping, sometimes she's the one having to play on a switch, contain small guards, and she's done an excellent job at that, just using her mind, using her angles, and being a smart defender. On top of that, we have size with her in the paint, and you put all those things together, aside from the other great things, attributes about her: excellent teammate, great all-around person, just willing to kind of be great in her role. I think it's just a recipe for, a player for us that we really, really rely on night in and night out.
So I think there was a time in, I'm not sure, but that you guys may have had 3 players who received all defensive team at the end of the year.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you're going to have that this year, but it seems like your defense is just as good, if not better. How is
Yeah.
that possible?
Yeah, maybe we don't have one or two lockdown defenders, but what we do have is a great system. Clap has done an amazing job. We have a great system, but also we have a team defense this year, and we're relying on one another. We are moving on a string. We have each other's backs. We are trapping. We are rotating still, but with the understanding that now we know each other's strengths. We're finding out each other's strengths and how to cover, how to collapse, how to rotate, and things of that nature. And so when maybe you don't have an all defensive player, but then you have an all defensive team, and team defense in some aspects is just as good as an individual defense. Understanding that within the team defense you have to be a very good individual defender, on your matchups, and understanding taking away strengths. So again, I'll go back to saying maybe it's not one or two or three individuals, but an entire team playing team defense and getting the job done.
And think just like this last thing from like me, just like how nervous were you, if you were nervous at all, like at the beginning of the season when you guys were giving up 80, 90, 100 points?
Yeah, we were also playing very elite post players, and we still were missing Sadie's, and Piff wasn't back as well. And Piff has been aggressive on the wing as a defender too. So I think I wasn't quite nervous because we understand that within we've built a very good system, and sometimes those numbers start to change, and we trend upwardly as the season goes on, as our competition changes and as the personnel changes. We take a look at it and see the numbers and understand that there's so much to grow and get better at. So wasn't quite nervous because we again needed this time to grow together and understand the strengths of our players and where we can really lock down on defense, but also understanding that what is actually best for this team defensively, and that's what we're finding out on a night-to-night basis. And we got Clap on my side. I'm never nervous with the defensive guru, and obviously having mindful players. It was just another challenge and another statistic that we had to kind of hone in on and focus in on and understand how to get better. And that's where we are. We're continuing to grow.
That's really cool. Hey, I saw that it's looks like fantastic weather there. It's nice and sunny, so I hope you have fun there.
It is. Thank you, Percy.
All right, now take care.
Okay, you too.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us today. Thanks, Coach, and we'll see y'all out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.